A lot of people, black boys and men, do not think that there's any hope out there. So you gotta have people that have certain things going on to provide hope.
New at 5:30, tackling the stigma of mental health one haircut at a time. The Confess Project is a movement that takes the haven of conversation in barbershops and arms barbers with the tools to start the dialogue about addressing mental health.
And it's really important. One local barber here in Louisville is hoping to change the narrative of mental health for black men and their families.
Is that what we get ready to do?
Getting through the spinning conundrum of the mind.
Are you coming it out?
A daily mental battle for most black men and boys.
Barbershop has always been a hub for galvanization.
The barbershop, in this case the lab, is one of the places where conversation and expression is at the heart of every cut.
It's a space where black men and boys go too. And oftentimes it's a space where we're able to vent and be our real selves, be our true selves during those conversations.
May it be mental health struggles with the ongoing pandemic, relationships, financial strife, or just mere existence in society. Whatever it is, Barber Jay Alexander is there to unlock the mind.
And us as barbers, we practice active listening, validation and stigma reduction. So that's how we go about doing the work. So we listen to any of the issues that they may have or whatever they're going through, and they may not be going through anything.
These are core principles of the Confess Project. Now based in Atlanta, it's a national movement to arm barbers with clippers and conversation to start the dialogue about mental health. For Jay Alexander, every person who sits in his chair is more than just a client.
Because I kind of like it as an experience more so than calling them my clients per se. We have experiences when we talk, when they sit in my chair, when I cut hair. It's a whole experience, man. Now you have issues everywhere, but
an experience of shared struggles that makes a better man. With suicide, violence, and recidivism numbers among black men on the rise, Jay Alexander is on a mission to prove it all starts with validation.
Because a lot of people, black boys and men, do not think that there's any hope out there. So you gotta have people that have certain things going on to provide hope, and not just going on, but somebody who's there to listen and help validate what their issues may be. And that's what we as the Confess Project strive to do.
And that pursuit of providing hope helped land Jay Alexander an appointment to the Kentucky Board of Barbers by Governor Andy Beshear, an honor he doesn't take lightly as he hopes to implement mental health into the training of fellow and future barbers across the Commonwealth.
So they can have some sort of understanding and training of mental health when they see clients and know how to deal with it.
With every cut, another mind and soul saved. Just a little validation and uplift we could all use from time to time, no matter where we are in society.
The intelligent, the downtrodden, the wayward, the intellectuals, black men all need love.
The Confess Project started in 2016 in Little Rock, Arkansas. It has now spread to cities across the country and was recently recognized in 2019 by the American Psychiatric Association as a pioneer for advancing minority mental health.